Nobody wants to be Billy. Not even Billy. No, Billy probably the least problematic of all
Yeah,
of
he
the
would probably want to be
the
Billy at this
actors.
point. Is Austin St. John would probably
Johnson
rather be
St.
Billy
John.
at this point. He's always in hot water. I swear.
I mean, he is always in hot water, but the things he said this week, I did not see that coming. Like that, wow. So
He went
apparently,
hard, man.
apparently, he is creating a line of clothing that will include quotes from famous people, including history's greatest monster. So
Yes.
I can't even believe this is real. Like I can't
Just because he had some
like,
great one-liners.
I can't even. You know who's gonna wear it? Like, is that you really want that audience? Like you're gonna really refine your audience.
Yes.
Okay, but you know it's bad because Amy Jo Johnson came out and said something about it, and usually they don't comment on each other like that. She was like, "Oh shit." Pulling a break glass in case of emergency,
said, right?
But unfortunately, he has one, and he's worse than he is.
I was closing up tonight, and there was like a little kid, had to have been like 3-4 years old, and he was just singing the Power Rangers theme song, which was
the original one.
Yeah, the original one. I was like,
nice.
oh, that's nice. There we go.
That is nice. You should have been like, my name's Billy, like the Power Ranger.
Right.
He's like, he's my least favorite Power Ranger.
Like,
him? I know. For a while, my son was saying that Billy was his favorite, but I asked him recently, and he named every other Ranger except Billy. I was like, what about Billy? He's like, oh yeah. They have the Ninja Zord and the Shogun Zord, and they still form the Ultra Zord by going into Titanus. But that is not how it worked with the Sentai. Titanus was gone. He only existed with the Zoo Ranger footage. But they still wanted to use Titanus. But they kept the Dragon Zord chest piece that would be there. They kept that in the front of Titanus, but Dragon Zord was not involved in this equation at all. So people are always confused about how that ended up there. And the simple answer was the boss told them to do it. It looked cool, so they kept it. So even though there's no Power Rangers show going on right now, there's still a lot of interest in Power Rangers. I had the opportunity to sit down with Rick Schick. Now, who is Rick Schick? He is one of the first 3 VFX artists hired on the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV show, and he puppeteered the Zords for when they had to film new footage that didn't exist from the Japanese Sentai, and he actually just went out and bought the Bandai toys. So he was saying he had to go to a Japanese hobby shop to get one of the original ones because it wasn't out. Like the American version didn't exist yet. Yeah. So he bought those, and then he like had a team take it apart and turn it into a puppet. So I talked to him because he's filming a web series and he wanted to talk toys. But I got to look at this thing, and there's literally just rubber bands on one side of it because it was only filmed from one side. The camera would never see the other side. So like you could do whatever you wanted on the other side. There was literally just a rubber band, and when you pulled a trigger underneath, it would make the jaw open. So it worked perfectly because you never saw it. But if you go back and look at the original show, a lot of that footage, especially from series 2 or season 2 on, it's just the toys.